First chapter, matter around us. There is activity 1, right? Identify the shape and volume of liquids. How do we identify the shape and volume? I will take this. What is this? It's a liquid, right? Water. Now, what is the shape of this liquid? Is there a shape of this liquid now?
No.
Is there a shape for this liquid? It's in bottle shape, right? What if I pour in a bowl? It is in ball shape now. What if I pour the same liquid into this one? It is in test tube shape, isn't it? So, is there any definite shape for this water?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Yes. No. There is no definite shape for this water. So, liquids are shapeless. But do they have volume? Do they have volume? Will they occupy some space? Say, for example, if I take this one. Now, in this pipette or in this dropper, I have 2.5 ml of water. It means I have volume. The liquid is having volume. If we take this bottle, if this is completely filled, let's say this is completely filled. How much volume? It's 1 liter volume, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So liquids do have
Yes.
the volume, but there is no shape. Isn't that clear? Yeah, liquids do have some volume, but there is no shape. So, with this activity 1, with the taking water into different or liquid into different shapes, we learned that water or the liquid doesn't have any particular shape, but they do have volume. They occupy some space. Like this, they occupy some space. Like this, water occupied some space. Isn't it? Like in water, it occupied 1 liter of water. In this, it occupied like 200 ml of water. Okay, there's some empty space, but still, isn't it? Fine. So this is activity 1. Then coming to activity 2, does the gases have the definite shape and fixed volume? Okay, what should I do now? Do gas have definite shape? Say for example, gas is around us, air around us. Is there any shape for this? No. Is there any volume? Let's find out. Let's find out. We do this activity 2 and 3 combinedly. Now, what is there inside this cylinder?
Air.
Air is there. Now, is there any shape for that air? There is no shape that we know. But how much volume it occupied? Let's say roughly now it occupies 20 ml of volume. You can see here 20 ml is mentioned on this cylinder. So it is occupied 20 ml. But is that true? I'm pressing this, I'm closing this so that no air will go out. Okay? Now I'm started pressing. Now it become 10 ml. What happened to remaining air? Where it went? What happened to the remaining air? The 10 ml air. What happened to that? What happened to it? Is it escaped from somewhere? Is that air escaped somewhere? Okay, see,
It is compressed.
it is compressed. Exactly, it is compressed. See, that is activity 3. Activity 3 is saying that how the compressibility of liquids. Now, air is compressed. Means 20 ml air I have reduced to 10 ml by applying the pressure. It is reduced, isn't it? Okay, so air is compressible, so it doesn't have a volume. Sorry, it doesn't have a fixed shape and it doesn't have a fixed volume also. Like we can expand. Say now, I have only this much, only small amount of air. Now, if I do like this, what happened to the air inside? It started expanding. Isn't it started expanding? It means its volume increased. But whereas if I take the liquid, I will take the liquid now. Okay, there is small amount of gas air here. I will let it go out. Okay, now there is water inside, liquid inside. Now if I press, what is happening? Is it going Like, is it compressing? Is this liquid compressing? Is it compressing?
No.
Yes. It is not compressing at all. That's a problem because liquids are not compressible. They are very, very strong. Okay, liquids are not compressible. They are very, very fixed in volume or very less compressibility. If let's say if I expand this, now what is happening? Okay, where these air bubbles are coming? Okay, I will show once again. I will show once again. I will say once again, 8 ml of liquid here. Now observe carefully, observe carefully, observe carefully. Can you see that air bubbles are coming? Can you see that air bubbles
Yes.
are coming? From where
Yes.
where the air is coming? Oh my God, I can't hold it anymore. But from where the air is coming? What is happening? Where the air is coming from? Can anyone guess? See, again I'm doing. See here, air bubbles are forming around the walls, just like Coke bottle, just like thumbs up bottle. Air bubbles are forming. Where the air bubbles are coming from? Move on, right? Yes. You know, I will explain. You know, I will explain. Water is boiling inside. Water is boiling. Even without increasing the temperature, water is boiling here. So, when you compress, means when you apply pressure, liquid never compresses. From activity 3, we learned that liquid never compresses, whereas air compresses. But at the same time, when you increase or decrease the pressure or increase the volume, liquid will convert into air. All the extra bubbles are actually water vapor. What are they? What are these bubbles? They are water vapor bubbles. Is that clear? So, without giving heat, it is evaporating. It is because there is less pressure. Is that clear? That is extra additional topic to the activity. Any questions? Any questions here? Is there any question? No? Perfect. Then comes the activity 3 is completed. Observing the diffusion of gases. Okay. You want to observe the diffusion of gases. I will show. What shall I do? Excuse me. Can I get an incense stick? No. Now I will show the diffusion of gases. Diffusion of gases is there. Now we are going to see the diffusion of gases, activity 4. First, let me turn it on. Now the gas is coming from this, isn't it? Can you see the gas? Okay. Is it visible that gas is coming from this? Yes. Now let me see. What is there inside this? Air. Now I'm sending this gas. Can you see that the gas is forming inside the test tube, is diffusing, means mixing, trying to mix up. Can you see that? Okay, maybe in video it may be visible or may not be. But here it is still air, but here there is a gas. Why this gas is not going outside? It is not diffusing. It is not diffusing. Okay, I will show once again. Oh, it turned off. See, can you see that it put off? No, it is no more. Okay, I have to light it once again. Now gas is coming. So now observe carefully. This process is very fast process, but you have to observe carefully. This is completely gas, means normal air. Nothing is there. Okay. Now I am sending this gas. Now at this bottom, all the gas is formed, but at the top still gas is not there. Means this is not going up. Let me do this in reverse. Now, if you see this, the gas or the incense stick gas is going down. Is it visible? Slowly it is going down. Okay, I will show once again with more gas. Yes, can you see that? Can you see that the gas is completely forming inside the tube? This process is called diffusion. This process,
Yes, sir.
gas mixing with other gases, diffusion. Now, extra gas is coming out of. After diffusion, the gas is coming out of the test tube. Yeah. See, this is diffusion of gases. Is this clear? Just start. Okay. Why this incense stick turned off? It is not burning now. Why this turned off? I haven't placed this inside the water. I will do one more time. This is apart from your activity, but yeah, related to your subject itself. Okay, now is there flame on this? Is it burning? Is it incense stick light on? Is it on or not?
Yes, sir, it is on. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
See the magic. See the magic. Now gas is formed. Diffusion of gas is taking place. The diffusion is more on the top side than the bottom side. Can you see that? Here more diffusion, here less diffusion. And this is not on. See why it is turned off. What is the reason? No guess. Without oxygen, how it can burn? When I place it inside the test tube, all the oxygen inside the test tube is taken, converted into gas. After that, there is no oxygen, so that's why it is off. You know this concept? Oxygen is required for burning.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So there is no oxygen inside the test tube. Oxygen is off. Now, if I do this test tube like this, can you see the gas? See how gas is coming out of the test tube. Yes. Now this is diffusion of gas activity 4. Let me clean this one. Now it is clean again. Now what is next? Activity 6. Activity 5. Diffusion of liquids. Okay, what happens with the diffusion inside the liquid? I want 2 test tubes. Diffusion. Okay, now. Inside we have water, isn't it? I turn off this for some time. Okay. Okay. Can you see this test tube now? Water inside the test tube.
Yes, sir.
I have something. So observe carefully. The reaction is a bit faster, not too much fast, but yes. Now water is clean. It is colorless, isn't it? I'm dropping something. What is happening? By the way, I'm not doing anything. What is happening?
The color is trying to mix up with water.
Yes, yes. But can you observe that? Can you observe that? Even though I have dropped the color on the top, all color is going down without affecting the top water. And you can see that color at bottom is more dark, at middle it is lighter, at the top there is no color at all. Yes, this process of
Yes.
mixing the solids or anything inside the liquid is diffusion of liquids. The process, whatever happened, that is diffusion. Means mixing up. I'm not shaking it. I'm not increasing the temperature. I'm doing nothing. This is just I drop the material or that chemical inside that water. That's it. We got the diffusion. Are you clear with the diffusion of liquid? Any questions? Shall we continue to the next experiment?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what if I shake? Can you see that the water is like feeling like it is moving round, 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 and color is also moving round, round. Color is like going round, round, and overall the water is becoming colorful now. Now this is diffusion of liquids. In diffusion inside the liquid. Now what is next? Okay, activity 7. How small are particles of matter? Okay, we can continue with this. Now something I have added to the water, right? They are very, very small. The particles, whatever I have added, the chemical, whatever I have added, is very, very small. And to demonstrate that, I will do this experiment. We color it up completely clearly. I have 4 test tubes. In this, I will take equal amount of water first. Okay, are you able to see these things? These test tubes and all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you can see that water is up to this level. In everything, it is almost equal. Now, what is diffusion? In this, the color is strong. Okay, at least strong. Now I will take 2 ml of water. By the way, this is 2 ml because my dropper to have 2 ml here. There is a mark of 2 ml. Fine, I am dropping this here. Now 2 ml is dropped here. Can you see that this color, this water become color? Okay, I will mix it completely. Is there any transfer of the color particles into second test tube? Did it transfer the molecules, the small molecules from this to this, or only did it transfer the water? Along with water, small particles of color also transferred, right? Now let me take 2 more ml from this. Is it 2 ml? Okay, it is 2 ml now. I will take 2 ml. Now I am dropping this in. Can you see that this is also not purely white, not purely clear, but some greenish. Not that much greenish at this, but this is also greenish. Is this? Yes? So,
Yes.
when you keep on taking the water from this to this, what is happening? Along with water, small green color particles are also traveling. They are also going, isn't it? So if I take 2 ml from this more, this is 2 ml. And if I drop in here, we can't see, but still there is a small particles, still green color particles are present in this. We are unable to see, but still there. At least in this we can see that green shade. Yes? Clear?
Yes.
So the particles are very small. That they completely mix in the water. That now you can't take out only the water, you have to take the particles also along with that. That is activity 7. And okay, so in this there are 7 hundreds and thousands of tiny particles present. So that's how we transfer every time water. Whenever we transfer the water, every time the small particles are also getting transferred. Isn't it? Now, continuation to this, there exists space between particles. Now, let's do the next experiment. You have to wash always, okay? Whenever you do experiment, you have to wash it clearly. Now. So, I will make a mark on this. How much water we have. I hope you can see the black mark now.
Yes, sir.
So, see that black mark, water is there. Now, generally, if I drop something into it, what happens to water? If I drop something into it, what happens to the water? Will water go down or up or not stay same? Generally, we know that water will go up, isn't it? Whenever we drop something, say for example, if I'm dropping anything like this marker, let me drop this marker. What happened to water level? Is it increased or decreased?
Increase.
It is increased. Now let me check. Let me check. Okay, I don't want to drop the marker, but I want to drop something different. Can you guess what is this? What is this?
Sugar. Salt.
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 It is salt. I'm dropping salt into this and I'm shaking this. So that all the salt will mix into this. Okay, I want to do that. Let me mix this salt completely into the water. Is there any increase in the level of water?
No, sir.
No, there is no increase. What happened to the salt? I think test tube eaten the salt. Did test tube ate the salt? What happened to salt? Where is salt?
It dissolved in water.
It dissolved in water. But after dissolving, also why there is no increment in the space? Because there is this small space between the water. That's the reason whenever you drop the salt also, water absorbs all the salt. Let me do one more thing. Is it true always? Let us check, is it true always? Now I want to drop more and more salt. Is the level same?
Yes.
Yes. See clearly, is the level same?
No, sir.
Level increased. Now let me mix it. Let us check after mixing whether the level is same or not. Okay, to do this faster, I'm doing a bit faster technique. Now, almost salt mix. Is the level same still?
No,
sir.
No.
Level increased. Now, what happened to those spaces then? Why the spaces are not taking salt? Why? Because there exists a limitation of the space also. Even though the space exists, yes, true, we know that space exists, but there is a limitation that you can't accommodate the whole world inside this. Is that clear? We know that space exists between water molecules, but it doesn't mean that we can include complete the whole universe into this. There is a limit. Only a small amount of salt can accommodate, but remaining salt, if you add, it will increase the space of the water molecules. Is that clear? Now, any question? Any question in this? Is this clear? Right. So here, continuation to this, matter attract each other. Okay, matter attract. Okay, this diffusion express and everything is completed. Now we want to go with another one. The continuation to this one, same experiment. I want to go with chapter is matter pure. Page number 83 is matter pure. Open that page number. Page number 83. We are learning about matter pure. Now, when I take this test tube, when I pour this water, is this water pure? Is there anything inside this water right now? Generally, which is it? Is there anything inside this water?
No.
Anything?
No.
Is there anything? Okay. Now, when I pour water into this, is there anything inside this water? Is this water pure? Generally, say, is this water? Anything is there inside this water?
No.
No, nothing is there. But here in previous case, what we have added in this? What is there inside this water?
Salt.
Salt. So, is this water pure now? Is this water pure?
No.
No, it is not pure. It is a solution. It is a solution. Which quantity is more? Water quantity or salt quantity? How much salt I have added? Is water more or salt more in this? Which one is more? Water or salt?
Water.
Water is more. So as water is more, we call it as solvent. Now water dissolve the salt, so it is solvent. Now what is dissolved inside this salt? So that is solute. Is that clear? Water is solvent because the major part is solvent always. And solute is a small amount. So that is why we call it as solute and solvent. And this complete one is solution. This is salt solution. If I do the same thing, I will take exact amount of water. Now, salt in these two things. Okay, water level in these two test tubes are equal. This water level is almost equal. It's supposed to be, you have to taste it. Now say I'm adding only this much amount of salt to the second test tube. Okay, there is already some salt present in this. I'm adding few more, little bit more salt again. Now, if I offer you to drink these two test tubes water, which one you take? On my right hand water or left hand water? Which test tube you want to take? This is with less salt. This is with more salt.
Right hand water, sir.
Right hand.
Why don't you want left hand? What is the reason you are avoiding this left hand water?
Salty water.
More.
Too much salt. The test tube which is present in my left hand having too much salt, but here only less salt. So this is concentration. The left hand water is concentrated. This is concentration. This is less concentration. Okay, if there is less amount of solute present inside the solution, it is less concentrated. If there is more amount of solute present inside the solution, it is more concentrated. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now continuation to this. Now I have added amount of salt in this. Can I add more amount of salt in this? And let us check how much amount of salt we can add. I'm adding one more pinch. And I'm trying to mix it. See, can you see that there is still some amount of salt at the bottom? Here at the bottom. Can you see that salt at the bottom? It is not mixing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It means now the solution is saturated. That's it. No more salt can be added. Let's try with more salt water. Now, if there is a leftover salt is there or any solute is present at the bottom, if it is not dissolving in the solution, then this solution is called as saturated solution. It means it reached its maximum capacity of dissolving the solvent. Solute. This solution is the maximum capacity. Apart from this, it can't. No more. Let's check whether it can take or not. Let's check. Why don't we have to wait? Let's check more. I'm adding some more salt. I'm trying to mix it. See, there is salt which is not mixing, and salt particles are coming down, falling down. Can you see that salt particles are falling down? Yes, at the bottom. So it is saturated. That is why it is not taking no more solute. You don't want to take it, is saturated. How about this one? Is it saturated or unsaturated?
Unsaturated.
Unsaturated. More salt into this. Let us check, can we add more salt or not? I'm adding salt. I'm trying to dissolve it. Okay, still need to shake a bit. Is there any salt at the bottom anywhere? Okay, these are bubbles, it will settle very soon. Any salt? No, there is no salt at the bottom here. You can see there is no salt at the bottom. It means it can add even more salt. It means it is not saturated. It is not yet saturated. We can add more salt into this. Is that clear? This is unsaturated and this is saturated solution. Is there any doubt? Is this clear? And yeah, that is saturated and unsaturated. That is activity 3. Page number 86, activity 3. Okay, that we have completed just now. Now finding heterogeneous mixtures, suspensions and colloids. That we do tomorrow because it will take some time. But before that, I want to show you the sublimation. How many of you want to see the sublimation? Let me do the sublimation. Okay. No one knows what is this. Camphor. Camphor. Yeah, Hati Karpuram, camphor. In Telugu we call it as Karpuram, or in Hindi we call it as Kapoor, right? Making it a powder and dropping it in the test tube. Okay, I want to make it more. Okay, I'm dropping this into this. How many of you want to see the sublimation process? Raise your hand. Can you see that inside, the camphor inside? Yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Magic, I will evaporate this without making it into liquid. How many of you want to see the magic? How many of you want to see science? What do you want to see, science or magic? I will do magic now. I will completely make it invisible. Okay? Now. Okay, by the way, now, no problem. Observe carefully. Can you see the fumes are formed around the test tube? Some layer is formed around test tube. And if I smell it here, oh, I can smell that camphor. So can you see that? Fumes formed around the test tube.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it is converting into gas and again it is solidified. So here, see. I can see it. I don't know whether you can see in camera or not. But gas is coming out. Gas is coming out of the test tube. I can feel that smell. I don't know whether. Anyway, it is not possible to make you to feel the smell, right? So at least you see it. See here, whatever it is there on the test tube side, now the gas is coming out of the test tube. Like it is observing very slow. I don't know whether you can see in the video or not, but yes. Now you can see that camphor is reduced inside this bottom. At the bottom, camphor is reduced. Yeah, can you see that? Camphor size is reduced. Yeah. This is the process of sublimation. Means converting this solid camphor directly into gas. In this sublimation process, let's take this one. And what is this? Salt. We know that salt and camphor, they both look alike, isn't it? Now I mix the camphor and salt. How to separate? Oh my god, now how to separate this? We know sublimation is there. Now take this cotton, close this lid. Now what I will do? I will burn it until there is a popping sound. Popping sound comes only when NaCl takes the or salt takes the energy. Until popping sound comes, I will heat it up. It takes a bit time. Please hold on. Yes, popping sound started. See, this become black. This become black because of some impurities present. But yes, now all this camphor is evaporated and it is formed around the wall. Okay, I turn this off and I burn myself. Okay, all this camphor is now around the test tube and on the cotton. But now this is completely salt, the black color thing. Because of impurities present in the test tube, salt turned into black. Otherwise, it will become white only. So we do one thing. Tomorrow I'll get the fresh test tube. We'll do the sublimation once again with clean test tube. Can you see that because of sublimation, I've separated the camphor and salt? Understand this activity 6. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.